So Will tells me this is a very special smartphone. This smartphone in front of me is for gamers. It's made specifically for intense mobile gamers. And the thing that I'm interested in with this product specifically is the fact that this is the first smartphone I've looked at that has a built-in fan. Like a gaming laptop, it has an intake and a fan, and it spits out hot air. So it's called the Red Magic 3. That's right, it's kind of amazing. They're on the third version of this phone already. I think we looked at number 1, right, Will? Qualcomm Snapdragon 855, high efficiency cooling fan, 6.65 inch, 90 hertz FHD display. So we're starting to see that pop up a little more frequently now. That's the same refresh as the OnePlus 7 Pro. It's also got a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, 48 megapixel rear camera, touch-sensitive shoulder triggers. We've seen different contraptions that hook onto smartphones to give you a more ergonomic gaming experience, more similar to a typical controller. So what they've done here is they just put these little touch-sensitive regions in the shoulder locations where a typical controller might have them. Dual stereo front speakers, 4D haptic vibration, and game space. So there is, you hit a button on the side, and it puts the thing into like a game mode. It turns off your notifications. You can't be disturbed because it's very serious. You're gaming. Medieval combat shape look to it. It looks like a shield. It's cool to the touch right away. So it's a metal construction. It feels very rugged, actually. This is actually the intake for the fan. So it sucks in cool air there and shoots out hot air over here on the side. So on the same side of the device, you have your power switch, volume up and down, and these are those shoulder buttons that I referenced. You can see they're strategically located, so if you're playing a game. Other side of the device, there's a pin connector. This is probably for some type of accessory. And then this switch up top, this puts the phone into its gaming specific mode. This device is $479 USD. It doesn't look like it's going to win any awards for screen to body ratio, if that is a major consideration of yours. There is still a forehead. There is still a chin as well. Quick charge power brick. Simple little brick. You also have your USB cable, Type-C connector. This is like a couple days old. The announcement just happened for this thing very recently. It's booted up now. Red Magic on the background. It's all very gamer friendly. The sound effects, listen. You see what I mean, Jack? It's like a cyborg type of sound. Now, this switch is what I'm interested in. You hit this switch over on the side here. Oh, baby. So I guess you add games in here that you want to... Oh, so you can have separate settings for each game. So you can toggle your alerts for each specific title. Okay, fan. Faster phone cooling when turned on. There we go. Intelligent adjustment or rapid cooling. I'm going to put rapid cooling for maximum fan speed. That's some real fan activity. That's really interesting. This is that makes this the very first smartphone I've ever tried with an actual physical fan in it. You can change the LED so it can flash. You can select your LED effects, which takes you into another section of the menu here. We can have long, bright, or breathe settings for the LEDs. Here's another convenient feature. If you launch into game mode, you can have it switch over to constant brightness protect. Here, by launching into the game mode, it will also toggle off the auto brightness you may have been using throughout the day without the need to go in and adjust those settings independently. Now, if I click on this little controller button, presumably this is an accessory. Maybe it's not available yet. They did not send us this. This mounts onto the actual device and gives you an analog control. So if I swipe in from the right-hand side, it brings up a bunch of settings here. It will also tell you your CPU temperature, 31.5 Celsius, GPU clock speed, your network connection, 4D shock. We'll download PUBG because that seems to be what these types of devices are tuned up for. So let me just turn on Game Boost. So I'm boosted up. It's in auto mode. I'm going to turn on 4D shock. See that? Supported. You can customize LRT buttons according to the game interface. So with the touch button on, you drag the R and L to map accordingly so they map up to the trigger locations. Nickname. Willie Doo. Okay, so as you can see, the automatic spec setting, high, based on my device. That's a great feeling for any gamer. If you get like a new gaming PC or something, you load it up, it's like, we recommend high setting. And you're just like, yeah, that's right. That's right. Gaming is serious, okay? Jeez, man. My brain. There we go. Touch button saved. Oh, great. I'm gonna be dead here. Come on! My instinct at first when I'm punching that guy, I mean, that was an entirely ridiculous exchange, but my instinct was to tap over here, and then I was like, wait, I can just tap up there, and it does feel more natural or comfortable, I guess. Oh, it is on. It's relatively insignificant in relationship to the audio from the game. Oh, I'm getting shot at. Dead. Now let me see, if I scroll over here, I can turn it off if I want. Of course, you'll see the temperature right there will elevate over time. It's 36 right now. What about as an actual smartphone? Obviously, we knew it was going to game. Check it out, Jack. Aggressive wallpapers. It's a more traditional kind of screen-to-body ratio. The curve kind of almost cuts off the top corners here. It's really not a bad package for the price. So let's see how it performs doing other things. What if I just want to watch a video on YouTube? Display is nice. It's a lot closer to an actual stereo experience when compared to other phones. The feeling of stereo separation does take place. But in the volume department, it's like I feel like this could be louder. It's weird. These are tough speakers to evaluate because I like the way they sound. They're just not as much volume as I would like. The camera, I have pretty low expectations here. I gotta be honest. Like, well, HDR by default. Pretty quick little shutter there. It's not the worst I've seen. You know what? The camera's not bad. It's not that bad. I mean, it is a single camera setup, right? It'll get the job done. Again, it's not the main focus. Fair amount of detail. I can live with it. Honestly, I've seen worse photos here. We'll kill the lights real quick so you can see full gaming mode. Woo! Yeah. See, now people know what you're up to. They see you from across the room. All right, so I think it's kind of interesting. I like the idea of having these different choices exist, like for different purposes, that every single phone doesn't need to just be a slab. I get it. This is not going to be for everyone. The styling, the LEDs and whatnot, there's a very specific target here. Where I think this one shines, though, is on the styling. It gives you something a bit different. Willie Doo, we should get your quick comment on this. You come in, and it's the brass tacks.
Yeah, it's also when everyone leaves. It's the end of the video. Anyways.
They want to know what you think. What do you have to say about this?
I think it's really good value for the type of specs that you get. It's basically, like you said, it's kind of like a OnePlus 7 Pro. Yeah, I think it's a pretty solid phone.
Okay.
I mean, does it feel solid, in your opinion?
It feels very solid. I didn't even mention it has a headphone jack as well.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like a gamer might care about that. You don't get that on a OnePlus.
Yeah.
So in other words, Will, you're telling everybody to buy it right now?
Yes, please do.
So basically, you work for this company.
ZTE, Nubia, and Red Magic.
And Red Magic. Okay, you're getting 3 paychecks. All right, well done.
This episode is brought to you by Drop. Now, you may have known them as Mass Drop. They design and collaborate with other brands to bring the best products at affordable prices. Now, they came up with these headphones called the HD58X, and they're a recreation of the Sennheiser 650s. There's big ear cups with a comfy design to go over your ears. Now they're also open back, which allows more air to pass through. More air, less sweat, longer listening. Now I've been using these headphones to listen to new retro wave on YouTube. Now these headphones have a lot of bass and they're really clear. I think the fact that they're really light, I can actually wear them all day. So far they've sold over 27,000 units and they have a 5-star rating with over 1,000 reviews. Now if you're interested, check out the links below. Oh, and also new drop users get $10 off.